Yes. Good pre-evening. What's going on, Pete's man? Back in the damn building. You know what time it is. You know what it is. Live in the flesh, live and direct. Obviously, I'm here doing my Premier League awards. I believe the nominees and all of that kind of stuff have all been put out. So I said, you know what? Let's take a look at it. Player of the season, manager of the season, young player of the season, and I've got another one. I'll do the underrated player this season as well as my team of the season. Obviously, you guys already saw the show where I did the team of the season with both Jerry and Savage. Big up to those two. But that was kind of their team of the season. There was a few changes I wanted to make, but unfortunately I wasn't allowed to. So we went with general consensus. So it is what it is, man. But like I said, man, big up to everybody in the building. We're not going to be here for a very long time. I will have I might do some more lives and stuff like that, as I said before, but we'll just have to wait and see. But without further ado, let's dive into it. So the player of the season, man. I've mentioned before, man, about how kind of dead this season has been, really and truly. If I'm being honest, in the Premier League, I haven't really felt like it's been that good. If I'm being 100% honest with you guys, haven't. Not to say I haven't enjoyed it. Obviously, Liverpool won the league, so it's been great in that aspect. But as an overall aspect, I don't know, man. I feel like this season hasn't really been the season of the Premier League. I would say other leagues have taken over in regards to, you know, being a better season, you know, maybe more interesting, more better storylines and stuff like that have been going on. So yeah, for me, even looking at the player of the season, I was like, okay, so these are the nominees, obviously, that they've got. So they have got Gibbs White of Nottingham Forest, Ryan Gravenberch, Liverpool, Alexander Isak of Newcastle, and Mbeumo of Brentford, Declan Rice. I'm kind of intrigued with that one. I felt like there maybe a couple more midfielders I would have thrown in there, but listen, it is what it is. Obviously Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Chris Wood. So 2 Nottingham Forest players are in there, which is as when me, Savage, and Jerry did our team of the season. We did have quite a few Nottingham Forest players in our 11 as well. Big up Hakeem. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, we did have a couple of Nottingham Forest players in there. So it kind of shows you, man. Like I said. Oh, and I would also do the underrated team of the season as well. Sorry, that's what I was supposed to say. But yeah, Newcastle player, Brentford player, Arsenal player. So yeah, man, it's a decent little mix in terms of the teams and stuff like that. And again, maybe shows towards, you know, how the season kind of has been. Now, obviously, there's probably, I would say that there is 2 standouts when we're talking about player of the season, but there are very, like, in terms of the options that they've got here, I don't really have a problem. I can't think of, maybe, I mean, I would have thought maybe potentially, like, I like Tielemans. I thought like he's been really good this season. Caicedo, I thought, has been really good this season as well. Those are definitely 2 players. They're definitely 2 players I would have had in ahead of Declan Rice anyway. I don't think Declan Rice over the course of the season has been worthy of being a contender, you know, for this competition. In fact, I would have even had Vissa ahead of Declan Rice if I had to pick another player as well. So again, like I said, there's a few players that haven't been nominated for this. I'm more than confident that Declan Rice scored 2 free kicks and they had to throw him in there just to give him some type of claim to fame. But it is what it is. I don't think he's anywhere remotely close to winning it. And I don't think not even an Arsenal fan would be putting Declan Rice as, you know, the winner of the player of the season. But the 2 front runners, I would probably say, would be Salah and Virgil van Dijk. I think top end, bottom end, pause. Those 2 players have been absolutely pivotal. Without those 2, it's Liverpool are 1,000,000% not winning the league. 1,000,000%. And the thing is, it's so difficult trying to choose a player of the season, right? Because obviously, on one hand, you got Virgil van Dijk, right? And Virgil van Dijk, let me see, can you even click? Okay, cool. Virgil van Dijk, obviously, look, he's had 14 clean sheets this season. Dual percent one is 67.5. He's won 112 headers. I don't know why they put that one in, but okay, fairs. But there's so many other things when it comes to Virgil van Dijk. It's just, in terms of his overall leadership for the team, I look at it and I think to myself, bro, like, there's been times I've questioned him, 100%, man. I think there's been some games where, in terms of the lack of concentration, the lack of leadership, within, the back line at times in certain situations and certain moments. But as an overall, Liverpool, listen, there's a lot of games in there that I think, Liverpool probably should have lost. If we're being 100, if we're being honest, you know what I mean? This is a safe space. If we're being honest with each other, there are games I felt Liverpool probably should have lost and didn't deserve to win. But, when you've got Virgil van Dijk and Kanate as well, back there, it does help quite massively. And then, of course, Mohamed Salah, I mean, let's put it to you this way, right? Not that Liverpool would have been like knocked out of the top four race or nothing. Nah. I personally think without the goals, Liverpool don't win the league, though. As pivotal, and this is what I say, it's very close. It's very, very close. Virgil van Dijk would be a worthy winner, and I wouldn't complain if he was to actually, be the overall winner of this. But without the goals, Liverpool have nobody else. Like, and I do mean nobody else who could have fired Liverpool to the title. No one, not one person in the team. No one would have stood up. I know everyone says, "Oh, if Salah's not there, then someone else has to." I promise you. Obviously, we ain't got no evidence, and I ain't got nothing to really base it on, so to speak. The only thing I can use really is just the sheer fact that I've watched these players play for like a couple of seasons now. None of them are even remotely close, to someone like Salah. And for me, the hardest thing in football is putting the ball in the back of the net. Mo Salah is the only person in the team who can do that, so consistently. Big up, Akeem. Yeah, I have to emphasize, bro, because I feel like recently I've listened to quite a lot of people, and I've heard their opinions. A lot of people I respect as well. I've heard their opinions as to who they think, should, who's more pivotal. I don't want to have that kind of battle, but like I said, I'm good if Virgil van Dijk is named a PFA player. I'm good with that. I'm really not going to stress nobody about that. But for me, I'm just like, the player of the season, it has to be Salah. Liverpool do not win the league without Salah. I still think Liverpool don't necessarily need to have kept as many clean sheets as we did, kind of thing. Like, I don't feel like it would have been that deep, in terms of overall in the season. Whereas I'm sitting there thinking, bro, who's scoring goals? It's not even about the team even being that dead to keep. It's actually not that. But bro, we watch Liverpool every single week, man. We know, like, who else is going in defense? Like, who else is going to be scoring the goals? Like I said, we're splitting hairs. So I'm going to go with Mohamed Salah. No, I'm not going to give you my email address. But yes, he is the guy that I will be voting for. I think it just has to be Mo, and Makeem saying it there, man. 100%. All the 90 million jitsu will vote. Yeah, this is it. This is what I'm interested to know, right? Because people could just troll. People could literally just troll. Like, man might just pick, I don't know, if there was more Nottingham Forest fans than there were Liverpool fans, right? Would they pick, I don't know, like, if Liverpool hadn't won the league, for example, and I don't know, Chris Wood scored 30, I don't know, like, how would people kind of do it? I think they look at the voting of the fans or whoever obviously votes here, and then they got their own, okay, we think it's this guy, but let's see what the fans say, and then go with that kind of vote. But listen, I don't really know how all of these kind of things, necessarily work. But listen, man, it is what it is. Next up, let's go with I'm trying to think what's the next one on here. Let's go with the young player. Let's go with the young player of the season. Let's get that one up and atom. There we go. Let's hope, is it up there? Boom. Okay, young player of the season. All right, they got some interesting names. I didn't actually see the list. I knew Ryan Gravenberch was in there, but I didn't see the rest of the team. So you've got Liam Delap, Anthony Alanga, Gravenberch, Howson, Cole Palmer, Joao Pedro, Morgan Rogers, and William Saliba. We said what? No Lewis Skelly? Nah. Let me see what. They didn't put Lewis Skelly in this. That's crazy. That's bro. Oh, I don't know about that. How many games has Joao Pedro played? 35. No, he's played 27. Well, I'll be interested to know how many games did Lewis Skelly play this season. Like he would have definitely been what? No, not even a nominee. Okay, Fairs. Fairs. I'm not necessarily gonna argue. The fact that Delap is here just tells you everything wrong. That's with football today. Anyways, I feel like this one's kind of an easy one. Like if from the options that I've got here available, it's gonna be Ryan Gravenberch. I can't even think of any. Cole Palmer, I think, has been very underwhelming by the standards he set last season. He's had a very long patch of bad form, I would say, in terms of the overall season. It's not even really even just the goals and stuff like that. I think it's just actually his overall performance hasn't been able to affect games. Chelsea have obviously then also subsequently then, dropped down in terms of the league positions, not just because of him, but he plays a massive part in terms of the way that they play. So the fact that he hasn't been as influential as he was, let's say, at the beginning of the season, I think, that's going to play a massive part. Joao Pedro had a good purple patch at midway through the season, like November, I think, December. But again, overall consistency not really been there. Morgan Rogers, he's been good here and there. I think he's a really good player, really, really good. But he's been good here and there. William Saliba, again, another season where your centre-back partner has been better than you. That's 2 seasons in a row now that we're looking at, Saliba. And listen, I think Saliba is a top centre-back. But, yeah, it's now 2 seasons. And, you guys already know I've got a 2-season rule. If 2 seasons pass and you're good or bad or whatever, that's your level now for me until you can prove otherwise. And next season has to be an absolutely massive season for William Saliba because right now, yeah, Gabriel to me, he's head and shoulders above him. It's not even like, oh, they're very close. No, he's literally head and shoulders, above him. And he's starting to drop down that kind of list. I'm putting Saliba in lists with like Dean Howson and all these kind of guys, which shouldn't even be the case, because, Saliba at one point looked like, oh my goodness, this could be the guy to threaten Van Dijk's throne. But yeah, man, to me, it's just seeming like that. Who else is on there? Yeah, that's about it, man. Anthony Elanga, he did a good season. I'll definitely give him his props. He's had a very good season for Nottingham Forest, helping them into European places. Liam Delap obviously scored all those goals. Ipswich still relegated, but he's done his thing. I'll definitely give him that kind of credit. But listen, I think the easiest choice here is Ryan Gravenberch. I don't think that was too hard, to be honest with you. Don't really think that there's anybody else that I would have put in there. Big up Mustafa. Euro been better than Saliba. No, he hasn't. He definitely hasn't. I think Euro is a good player. He's another young player. I think he's good. He still needs time though. He's at Manchester United. Unfortunately for United, there's probably only 2 players I would say at Manchester United that I would say would come out of the season with some kind of credit, and that would be Bruno Fernandes and Amad Diallo. The rest, nah. Maybe even Harry Maguire, actually. He's actually turned things around, which is quite surprising, to be honest. Big up Alexander in the building. He's trying to say Hoyson or Elanga. Nah. I don't think them guys were good enough. I don't think they were good enough. But yeah, but with Manchester United, that's the way I kind of look at them these days, is that I think you've got a good team there. I think you've got a good enough team to go out there and do a lot better than you did this season. But yeah, it's just not really showing. All right, let's put that up. Let's go to the manager of the season. This one is very, very interesting. I've just looked at the nominees. I can't lie. Obviously, Arne Slot winning the Premier League, of course, deservedly. So Vitor Pereira, Nuno Espirito Santo, Eddie Howe, Thomas Frank. Yeah. The thing is, yeah, the Wolves manager, like, if he had been here, it's weird because he obviously came like after Gary O'Neill got sacked, right? So you're looking at it thinking, yeah, you've done a brilliant job in terms of pushing what's his name, Wolves, up the leagues. I'll be honest, the thing is, this is what I'm saying, Mustafa. Big up Mustafa saying that. Slot first, Nuno second. For me, it's the other way around. I don't think Nuno getting it's a tricky one, man. It's a tricky one. Like this one, I don't have a conclusive winner. Like, it's between Nuno and, in my opinion, Arne Slot, of course. You know what I mean? And like I said, Arne Slot would deserve to win this. And I wouldn't sit here and complain, so to speak. But I just think that the job that Nuno has done is, I don't know, man. Like, for me, it is incredible. Like, to me, and again, just my opinion. I'm not saying this is factual or nothing. I don't want anyone to cry about it. But yeah, for me, Nuno is the one I'm leaning more towards. I'll be so honest with you. That I don't think people really and truly understand the job that he has done in this period of time. Let me even look actually at the let me look at the Premier League table real quick. So right now they are currently at seventh. Yeah, they're currently seventh in the league. They've got 2 games left. They could get to 61 points. Oh no, sorry, no, tell like that. Sorry. 2 games left. They can get to 68 points. 68 points could put them into a Champions League spot. So they can still get Champions League come the end of the season. And it looks like it looks like they're gonna finish in Europe. Yeah, because Brentford are on 55, they get 6. That's 61. Yeah, so they can't catch Nottingham Forest in front. So Nottingham Forest are finishing no lower than 7th. I mean, no lower than 7th though. Ranieri did it better. Nuno can try again. Fair play. Eesh. This is what I'm saying. Like, people had Forest getting, like, I had Forest getting relegated. Or if I didn't, I'd have to go back and check. I definitely had them between 16th and bottom. I'm sure I had them somewhere in there. I'm sure I did. 1 point behind Chelsea. Like, eesh. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is the one where I'm finding the trickiest. What Slot has done, I'm not going to underestimate or downplay it by any stretch of the imagination, right? Yeah, like, he's done a very good job. Obviously, come in, won the league. But even this, I'll be honest, failed at what? At the beginning of the season, do you think Forest were looking at finishing 7th? I would be very shocked if they came in at the beginning of the season and said, yeah, we're looking for a top 7 finish this season. We've been in 2 relegation battles. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. I don't think so. I really, really don't think so, And I don't think it's a case of like bottling it or anything like that. That's the maddest thing. I don't think it's that either. I think they're like, what's happening now is just what probably should be happening or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird one. I mean, let me check where they finished last season. Last season, Forest finished 17th, just above the relegation zone. So that was last season. Season before that, they finished 16th. So they've gone. So last season, they actually finished worse off than they did in the first season. 16th, 17th, 7th. Come on, guys. That's a massive jump, That's a massive jump, people. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool went from 3rd to 1st, which is an incredible feat in itself. But it's nowhere near as big as going from 17th to 7th. And I'm saying 7th, by the way, as that's the lowest that Nottingham Forest can finish at the end of the season. They can finish in the Champions League. Maybe if this was the end of the season and they get in, and if they were to get into the Champions League, for me, he would have to be the undisputed Premier League manager of the season, because that job is ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Debuting is madness. The footy has been boring still. This one, I mean, yeah, that would all be subjective anyway. But what I don't want to downplay what Arne Slot has done anyway. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I really don't. He has done an amazing job to get Liverpool to win the league. At the end of the day, we're not a team. We're not like Manchester City. We can get Mancini, then Pellegrini, then Pep Guardiola, and we keep winning the league regardless. We're not that kind of team. So the fact that he's been able to do it, have to give him his props. But I'll be honest, man. For me, I'm gonna give it to Nuno, man. I'm gonna give it to Nuno. He's the one I've looked at this season. He's the one I've rated the most for his team's display. So yeah, that's my manager of the season. Eddie Howe was another. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but I do think that last season, obviously, when they were in the Champions League and didn't finish too well in the league, it's almost like it's now leveling out for them. They've done a really incredible job again. All of them have, bro. All these managers, man. I can't. It's difficult, man. It's a very, very. I think it's just really how do you rate what the. I think it will just come down to how do you rate the job that these managers have done. I think that's literally all it comes down to. Do you rate what they did? Do you not rate it? Do you rate something more? That's literally it. And as I said, this is actually probably one category that I think any one of these managers could probably win it. Thomas Frank probably even has a shout. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Maybe he might even be the lower end, but I don't think I'd be mad really at any of these choices. Big up Savage in the damn building. Hope you're doing blessed, my bro. Hope you're doing blessed. But yeah, that's my manager of the season, man. So we've got the manager of the season. I've gone with Nuno. Young player, obviously Ryan Gravenberch. Player of the season, I've gone with is Mohamed Salah. Pereira won 6 in a row. Yeah, he's done. He's had a good. I don't know if they've done manager of the. Who's the manager of the month for? Brother, I feel like I haven't watched Premier League football in time. But who won manager of the month for April? May. Yeah, who won manager of the month for April? I'll be interested to know. But last but not least, I will do my team of the season. Team of the season, peeps, man. This one is, like I said, I did it with Savage and Jerry, but that was like a joint one. So this will just be my own personal team of the season. It's probably going to be very similar to the one that I did with the guys anyway. I haven't actually picked a formation. This one just popped up first, but I'll see, because I'm still undecided. When I was trying to think about this off air, I was very, very undecided as to, who would I pick, and what kind of formation would I want to play, and etc. But yeah, in goal, I think this one is probably the easiest choice that you're going to find, and that is Matt Sells. Been excellent for Nottingham Forest. Left back. Obviously you got Robinson. He 1,000,000% deserves to be there. I'm trying to think. I don't feel like there's been another good left back. I'm gonna go Robinson, man. Listen, the guy got bloody 10 assists as well. Right back. Right back. You know what? I really have liked Livramento, though. I really Kukurea, Kirkes, Mustafa saying, Nori, Kirkes, yeah. But they've been better than Robinson. I don't know. I wouldn't. Nah, I think Robinson will just about edge it. I think he just about edges it. I'm just trying to think. Right back. Who are the other options in there? I'm trying to think. Really, the little option I think of is Ole Einar, Munoz. Now I know Jerry picked Munoz, and again, tough one, isn't it? Munoz, Ole Einar. Those two. Livramento, I would throw in the hat as well. Munoz. Eesh. Do I think he's you know what? It's either Munoz or Ole Einar. It's Munoz or Ole Einar. You know what? I'm gonna go with Munoz. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Munoz, man. He's played so well this season, man. It's a madness. It's actually a madness. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Munoz. Virgil van Dijk at the back. I think that's a quite easy one. Definitely been, in my opinion, the best centre back this season. Next to him, though, I think we went with Murillo. I think we did. Would I go with Murillo? You got Murillo. You've got Gabriel. I know he's injured, but he has been really good this season. Like really, really good this season. Obviously Murillo, Milenkovic, Zabin, he's been very good this season as well. I know Savage always talks about the Everton centre backs, but they also deserve a shout in this. I'm gonna go Gabriel. I think Gabriel, he's done enough for me to get into that. So yeah, I'll go Gabriel. Midfield. This one was tricky, man. This one was so tricky because I didn't know if I wanted 2 midfielders or 3 midfielders. You're right. Yeah. There's a few. Huijsen, obviously Gabriel, Van Dijk, right back in the mud. Yeah, there weren't many great ones, to be fair. Caicedo was one player. So these are the big up Ozzy, man. Hope you're doing blessed, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Ozzy's channel, please. Just click his channel when you're in the chat. It should take you, I'm hoping, just to another page. Make sure you go out there and subscribe to his channel, please. Done some really, really good late night shows, man. Ozzy, man, if only your shows are just a little bit earlier, bro, I'll be there. But every time I'll get back from somewhere and I see that you're live straight away, and I'll just lock in for looking for a piece, but bigger Aussie every single time. Gravenberch, yep, he's a shout. Bruno, which Bruno? Because we had this argument the other day. Which Bruno are you talking about, Alexander? G or F? You know what I mean? Tonali. This is what I'm saying, man. I'll be honest. Tielemans was a player that I said, "Rah, we're not even including him. He's been one of the best midfielders this season." Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, Tonali, bro, they all count. Tonali, Bruno G, Tielemans, Caicedo, Ryan Gravenberch. Who else is there? I feel like Thomas Partey could also get a shout. You know, let me go with three. Let me go with three midfielders because I don't think I can just pick between two just like that. We're 4-3-3, man. There we go. 4-3-3. Yeah, if you want to throw in McAllister as well. So that's 6 midfielders. That's 6. All right. Okay. We have to pick. We have to pick people. I will go with one of the picks. I can't lie, man. One of my picks has to be Tielemans, man. I'm sorry, but he got to be in this team, bro. He has to be. He has been so good for Aston Villa this season. All right, so I got 2 more. 2 more. Who are 2 midfielders that I think have been good this whole season? Or consistently good, shall I say? I think one of them has to be. It's between Tonali and Bruno G. Tonali or Bruno G. I'm gonna go with Tonali. Yeah, he's bro, his brother. I wish Liverpool had signed this brother. Like, oh my god, he is such a fucking baller. Such a baller. All right, we got one more slot. Who do I think is? It's between Gravenberch and Caicedo. Gravenberch and Caicedo. Gravenberch and Caicedo. I don't know, man. I actually feel like either or. I don't know, man. Gravenberch or Caicedo? I'm gonna edge it to Gravenberch. I'm gonna edge it. But I'm not confident on that pick though. Let me just put Salah in here real quick while I'm still thinking about that. I'm not that confident. I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, should I just go with Caicedo instead? Like, doesn't that seem like the cleverer choice? But I don't know, man. Has he? I don't know. Has he? Has Gravenberch been the better one? I don't think so. I definitely haven't looked at Gravenberch and thought, yeah, you performed better than Caicedo. You know what I mean? Maybe as I keep saying, with Gravenberch, what he done is he hit this high peak higher than everybody. Like no one was even close. But then he fell off a cliff. Like, so let's say he was going from minimum 8, right? If you're doing player rating wise, Gravenberch would have been minimum 8 and you wouldn't have batted an eyelid, yeah? No worries. Yeah, you see that 8 though, he went down to like 4s and that. So then I'm just like, bruv, you just slashed your score and you're getting 4s quite consistently now as well. So if you're getting 4s consistently for a large part of the season, well, second half of the season, Gravenberch probably already had like 2 good games between January and like this point here. Let's even take off the last since Liverpool won the Premier League, right? Prior to that, I think Gravenberch has been rubbish, like rubbish. And I haven't watched Caicedo and thought that rarely this season, like very rarely. But I'm not watching Caicedo as much as I'm watching Gravenberch. So there is that as well. So yeah, you know what? We'll just leave Gravenberch in there. I'm not gonna cry about it. Striker. The thing is, everyone said Isak so quickly, forgetting that Chris Wood, in my opinion, has probably been equally as good. I'm gonna go Chris Wood. I think he's outperformed Isak this season. I think Isak has been very good, and I think Chris Wood has been very good. But I'll just edit to Chris Wood. I definitely would just edit to Chris Wood. I think that what he has achieved this season is ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, Nottingham Forest, and Donny's done 20 goals. Yeah, I don't think people are even understanding what that even means. Like, that's a bigger achievement than Isak getting 20. And to be honest, I feel like Isak could have and should have a lot more than he does. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As great as I think, by the way, Isak actually is. This has been the most consistent in the Prem. Isak all round. Literally. But again, when your team gets to the final, you got that opportunity to do so. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So there is also that. So yeah, but I agree with what Savage is saying. Left wing. I'm trying to think, man. Left wing was the deadest. I think we put Diaz in it. That tells you how dead it has been this season, bro. Diaz. Well, no one else. You know what? How can I forget? How can I? Endo not. Yeah, right. Cunha. We'll put Cunha. There we go. Yeah. Cunha's been definitely way better than Luis Diaz. So yeah, that is my team. So Sells in goal, right back Munoz, centre back pairing of Virgil and Gabriel, with Robinson at the left. Midfield three of Tielemans, Tonali, and Ryan Gravenberch. And then up front, we have got Mohamed Salah, Chris Wood, and Mateus Cunha. There are obviously a lot of players that we could have put in there. Like I said, I ain't arguing with nobody in terms of certain players. Some players I do think is quite non-negotiable, like Salah and Virgil van Dijk and Sells. To be fair, I feel like those three are non-negotiable, and I think everyone would probably have them in their team. But yeah, that is the team that I have gone for, peeps. But yeah, man, that is it in terms of my awards. Oh yes, so the underrated team of the season. I think obviously I've just spoken about them anyway and their manager. I think it's Nottingham Forest. Yeah, for me, what they've done is just amazing. Underrated player though. Underrated player. If I had to pick one, and we spoke about him. No, sorry. For my team with Jerry and Savage, did we not put Jacob Murphy as the starting left wing, and then we had Diaz on the bench, or was it the other way around? I can't remember off the top of my head, man. I guess Savage would have to remind me. But yeah, Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy is my underrated player, if I'm being super honest with you. I think he has been absolutely phenomenal this season in terms of, by his standards. Again, the ones where you didn't even think he had what he had in his locker. And we had Murphy starting. Okay, fairs. I would have to give it to Jacob Murphy, man. I think he's been the underrated player this season, or the best underrated player, should I say, this season. I was trying to think of any other one, but he would have to be the one, because he probably looked at this season and thought, yo, if I do not perform this season, I mean, he might still have his place taken by someone else, but he definitely thought, yo, if things don't pan out, then I'm definitely getting sold, or they're signing someone who is way better. And I thought they should have signed someone way better. But guess what? He proved me wrong. He definitely proved me wrong. So big up to Jacob Murphy, man, every single time. Alexander's saying that's a good team, except Tielemans. Nah, Tielemans has been absolutely quality. Absolutely quality, man. Quality. And the thing is, he's been quality, and he is a quality player. Like, he's just a quality player, man. I think people underrate Tielemans at your peril, man. And the thing is, I don't even know why. Liverpool fans try to turn their nose up at Tielemans. I can never forget that. You guys will never, ever... I'll always remind you guys, you turned your nose up at Tielemans, We would walk into our midfield right now. Are you crazy? But we can dispel any one of those guys. I don't give a fuck. So Bozolai, McAllister, who's the other one? Jones or whoever, Gravenberch, sorry. Bro, any one of them, he will come in place for, man. Trust me. Tielemans is top level midfielder, man. He's so good. But listen, it is what it is. We've got the midfield that we've got. We've won the league with the midfield that we have got. So it is what it is, man. It's interesting. I saw some of the news as well with Liverpool in regards to the throw invert stuff. You know me, I couldn't give two shits about no transfer stuff. I'm not going to get embroiled in that. Frimpong, I'm hoping that that's getting, from what I see from the two big ones, two big journos in Ornstein and Fabrizio, they're saying that Liverpool looks to be like done and dusted effectively. I think we're going to submit the bid, but we've already got that side kind of sorted. Big up Real Madrid. I think it looks like Dean Arson is already, I think his agents have landed in Madrid from what I literally saw just before I came onto the stream. So yeah, his sources are his agents, sorry, are already in Madrid. That's a very good signing, I guess, for Real Madrid, considering they don't really have any centre backs. How long is Militao out for? I'll be interested to see, but he's another player who's coming back. Like, yeah, man, it looks quite interesting. Mustafa saying Frimpong Liverpool looks yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's done. So intrigued to see where he plays if he does. Obviously, when he signs, then we can talk about it maybe in a bit more depth. I've done a video on him already, so you guys can go and check that out on the channel. And yeah, check out some of the other videos, man. I dropped a video obviously today talking about Nico Williams. He's like an apparent target. How could he potentially fit into the Liverpool team? I've got a centre back one dropping tomorrow. Centre back one dropping tomorrow. So make sure you guys obviously check that out. I might even have two videos dropping tomorrow, maybe in the morning and in the evening, because I don't think I'll be around to do another live stream. So yeah, make sure you guys go and check all of that stuff out. Like I said, this is only going to be a quick stream just to give you guys my Premier League awards. Yeah, man, make sure you smash a like, make sure you share and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys soon, man.